I love you, Atlanta. I'm your host, J.Lewis.
And I'm TroyElan.
You're listening to ATLNow Next 100, Next 105. Where we discuss all things Atlanta, from politics, local news, sports, entertainment, business, and what's going on in your community. But before we jump into any of that, TroyElan, how you doing today?
You know, I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I'm
Just
doing
fine?
Just fine.
In the middle of the road?
Yeah, I'm in the middle because, today feels like, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx us here. It feels like spring is coming.
Okay.
If I had some wood to knock on.
Well, this is Atlanta.
I know where we are.
Yeah.
I know anything could happen. I just like days like today. That feels like we're transitioning and the flowers are coming soon.
I told you what happens to my grass, right?
Oh yeah, you told me. Does it still look like that?
Yeah, like a werewolf.
Oh,
it's halfway turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's we need to get out of that because no one likes werewolf grass.
Right.
That is negative. So I'm good because I like sunshine and warm weather. I'm a little tired. Like I said, I don't know what. Maybe I need to take vitamins.
Yeah.
I slept. So.
You think you got about 6?
Yeah.
About 6 hours?
Went to bed at like 9.
Okay.
Like I did what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Maybe, if you sleep too much, then your body's like, whoa. Have you not heard of this?
I have.
You sleep too much, your body like overdoes it on the melatonin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm with you. But I know mine is from sleep deprivation.
Oh, see?
Yeah,
Okay.
I probably only got about 4.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. And there's an opportunity to get a few more hours at some point today.
Okay.
Because of the way I have things spaced out. But there's also some things that I need to do. Right?
That's tough.
Yeah. But I'm with you. But other than that, you're okay.
Good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
You okay?
Well, you don't look sleepy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Thank
I'm all right.
you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. But I'm like you. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
But I always get up for the show.
Well, yeah.
So
good.
I'm glad
I'm
to be
glad.
here.
I'm glad.
Speaking of the show, we have quite a bit of information to share with Atlanta today. Let's jump into our All Sides segment. And, for years and years and years, right, they've been trying to gain access to Donald Trump's taxes.
Right.
Yeah. For a long time. And he's been able to successfully avoid that. Well, now the Supreme Court won't stop the grand jury from getting Trump's tax returns. So it looks like finally they'll be able to gain access to those. I don't know if he'll be able to block it again at this particular point, especially since he's not the president of the United States anymore. So I think a lot of the tools he would have been able to use, or that he was able to use during his presidency, I don't believe he has access to those now. So it looks like he may be turning over those taxes.
Now, remind me, the rumor was that he wasn't paying taxes, right?
Well, that he wasn't paying them, or paying very little.
Right, in comparison to how much money he's had and has.
Right. Yeah, allegedly that they showed one tax return that after making millions, he paid like $700.
It was like, huh?
Yeah. But again, this is alleged. However, there is a reason that he's fighting tooth and nail to keep this information out of the hands of the Supreme Court, or whoever's trying to gain access to him. And I can't say that I would be so willing to turn my taxes over. However, at the end of the day, people are under the impression that it's bigger issues why he didn't want to reveal those taxes.
I mean, this is all his fault, really. And I only say that because if he didn't want people in his business, he should never become president of the United States.
Right. And so there you go.
And
that's what, that's what they do.
Yeah.
People get in your business. Anything
We're
that
all in your
having
business
to
now.
do politically, yes. Anything political, people are in your business. And they're going to start bringing your business out. You saw what they tried to do to Ossoff and Warnock.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing. So, sorry. The truth will be revealed again.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he has had time, though, to doctor up some documents. So, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, stimulus check update.
All right.
The bill, including the $1,400 checks, unemployment benefits, are on track to pass the House this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, if all goes well, right, the vote could be in and we could have an answer by Friday. But again, there's always a loophole, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to inform the people, especially those here in Atlanta that's waiting on this check, waiting to get the results back from the employment benefits, etc., that you may get an answer this Friday.
Well, we are waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. And see, the thing about this is what I believe should happen. The longer they wait, the more of a stimulus payment people should receive. Reason why I'm saying that, if it's been a month or two that I've been waiting, then that's a month or two. If I really need that money, then I'm in the hole. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I waited 6 months and you still only giving me $1,400,
this should work just like unemployment. From the day that I needed it until you give it to me,
back pay.
I get all of it. And I agree, because we deserve it as a country.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it. Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea.
So, while we were speaking about Trump earlier, the Fulton DA is facing some local friction for decisions to probe Trump. So you remember in one of our earlier shows, we talked about the DA reaching out to Raffensperger, basically saying, hey, hold on to those recordings. We may need them. But now you have people here locally saying, hey, ma'am, we appreciate what you're doing, but we need you to focus on local issues and not those issues. So people, while people, applaud her for going after him or being willing to go after him, and a lot of it has to do with what he did here in Georgia. He was throwing people under the bus, and he really tried to tarnish Georgia.
Yep.
Especially after it turned blue. People are saying, hey, look, we understand that. It's cool. However, we have bigger issues here that need to be addressed. And people are just under the impression that she's going to be putting more energy into trying to get Trump than she will, trying to tackle things that the Atlanta or that Georgia really needs.
Which I
understand that.
I understand that. To be honest, I'm tired of talking about him because I'm ready personally to let it all go. Yeah. Kind of like a bad relationship. Yeah. Like the breakup happened.
I told you what T.K. Kirkland said.
What'd he say?
I'm not crying over nobody when you got people
That's right. When there's people on the way.
When you got people graduating in June.
Right, yes. Yeah. When there are new things ahead.
Yes.
I'm tired of focusing on what has passed.
The words of T.K. Kirkland.
Yes. And Trump has passed us.
Yes.
Now, he's actually left our presence. I haven't seen his face.
Yeah.
In the last couple months. And that's fine with me. So I agree. I think we need to focus on us now.
Yes.
As you do when you come out of a relationship. And I think the state of Georgia needs to focus on us. Self-assess.
Yeah.
Let's build us again.
Yeah. What they say? Don't come sweeping what they say?
What do they say?
Don't come raking my yard, or don't come sweeping my steps or my porch, and you hadn't swept your own. Basically it's saying, hey, take care of your own first.
Okay, J.Lewis, your age is showing.
No, I'm saying that was passed down. That's been passed down.
I've never heard that in my life.
Oh, man.
We don't say that.
Yes. No, not we. Not we.
Whose porch?
It was passed down. This is wisdom.
I mean, yes.
Oh, Lord.
It sounds wise.
It is. It's saying, it's basically saying, mind our business first. That's all.
Oh yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, like,
it was passed down. I didn't create that.
We don't talk about porches anymore.
I didn't create that.
Nobody's got a porch. But yes,
I got a porch.
all of that. All of that.
So look, this is just a reminder for DeKalb County. Yesterday was the last day for DeKalb's rental assistant program. Applicants, or if you had an application, yesterday was the last day to apply. They had an overwhelming response, unlike with the CARES Act in Fulton County, how it took them a minute to kind of get the word out. But once they actually got the word out, you know, people really started to apply. Well, they didn't have that issue in DeKalb County for the rental assistant program. And they had an overwhelming response. And because of that, they've had to close the application submittal process early. So if you have not submitted your application, Monday was the last day.
Dang. I hope you got it in.
Yeah, I hope you got it in. But you know, that stuff, it kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? When that kind of stuff happens. And it just sucks.
It just literally just sucks.
Yeah, it just sucks.
When those things change and you know, your deadlines happen, you caught up in your life,
You know, right. And then it's just that the information came so quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we have this, you know, we have this program for you guys. And then within a week or so, they're already shutting it down.
There should be like a late extension of some sort for this, because people need this assistance.
I'm going to put a prayer up.
Okay, me too.
There's an extension.
Me too.
Because I know that there's going to be some people that really and truly need this.
Need it.
Right.
Need it.
That did make Monday's deadline.
We really shouldn't have deadlines for these things. Like, as if this is just everyday life. Yeah. This is a pandemic.
Yeah, I can't remember how much. I think it was.
Need money.
I think it was about $20 million.
Yeah.
$22 million that was allotted for this. So the money may be gone.
It might be. It might be.
So it's I didn't want to have to you know, I'm just a messenger. Right.
Deliver this bad news.
I'm just a messenger. I'm with you though. I just wish that there was some way to extend it. But again, how are you going to extend it if you're running out of funds?
We need to get past this era of time. When we get over this pandemic of our lives, some things, you know, we'll always have problems.
Yeah.
But perhaps less. I'm looking towards the future.
Yes.
For brighter days.
Less
stress.
I'm looking towards the future too.
Yeah.
So real quick, you know, before we, you know, go to break, did you exercise? Have you been exercising this week?
So I planned to exercise after this.
After the show?
After the show.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Okay.
What time is it? So you text me and then I'll let you know to hold me accountable. What's funny is my friend has been holding me accountable on Instagram. So she tags me every time she works out. And I was like, oh yeah, tag me, like please. So I'm accountable. But now I've sort of been dodging her post because every time she's been working out, I haven't. So it's been a little bit of me trying to run from her.
So there's some messages just floating out there?
Yeah, but I'm gonna get back to it though. I really am, because I overall felt better. Like I felt like more refreshed.
Okay.
After exercising.
What about energy? I'm only asking that question because at the start of the show you said your energy was low.
You're right.
So I'm just asking.
You're right. I haven't been, because I don't have the exercise going through my body. Then yeah, I have had less energy, which is weird because you would think you would have more for sleeping more, because I've been prioritizing sleep over exercise lately, which sometimes you got to do it, but I think I still feel better if I do exercise. So you're right. That's a good observation.
I just thought I'd ask.
That is a good observation.
See how you tried to get me about the porch thing? Be paying attention.
Okay. Fair.
All right, well, look, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it locked right here on ATLNow, Next 100, Next 105. We'll be right back.
wait a minute, tell me right. The corruption that's moved in view of my eyesight. Hold up, wait a minute, tell me right. The corruption that's moved in view of my eyesight.
Look, and as I lay me, let me down to rest. I lay my sword, my lady lays upon my chest. It's been a crazy war. The devil's banging on my door, my dear, my dear, my dear. I hear the shots ring, lay on the floor. I don't fear anyone but the maker. Cause we could never murder hate, but can murder a hater. What's a more American way than trying to give them a taste of their own medicine? Prevalent ethnic rebels, the revolution of melanin. Bust a move to the ghetto, we must improve the development. Brought some food for the fellowship, got the news on my brethren. Call the goons in the government, come correct the corruption. Break the racial construction, building up. In the spirit of liberation, give me life or I'ma take it, that's my human right. Universally, you and I, we could be unified. But when you speak in truth beyond your youth, they want you euthanized. Creeping through the night, is something moving right?
Hold up,
intruders,
wait a minute,
intruders.
tell me right. The corruption that's moved in view of my eyesight. Hold up, wait a minute, tell me right. The corruption that's moved in view of my eyesight.
Hold up, watch over me and my body, man. Trouble all around, can't trust nobody, man. Devil on my heels and they all wanna cross me. Loyalty to God and my loyalty to Bobby. I'm the Panther Man, always lying on us to the cameraman. Death all around, pray we never light a candle. Knowing somebody gotta die for our freedom. Know they plotting on me, echo sounds at the battle ram. Ain't nobody I fear, I'm ready. Watch my back while I press on steady. Load my gun, full clip, no hesi. The government, the pigs, the deceit like a levy. They flood thy hood with the blood of the soldier. Poor black men, look over thy shoulder. COINTELPRO got the target on me, but we don't stand down to the people all free. Screaming.
Hold up, wait a minute, tell me right. The corruption that's moved in view of my eyesight. Hold up, wait a minute, now I wanna fight. The corruption that's moved in view, and I can't let you get away. Can't let you get away. Hold up, wait a minute, tell me right. The corruption has moved in view of my eyesight.
I got pressure, she call me diamond on the weekdays. Got so much pressure, that's why this song be stuck on replay. I got pressure, she call me diamond, no time for mistake. Too scared for writing, you know I dream this reality since I was a youngin'. Write down who I be and now the manifestation's coming in. Now why you acting like what? Now why you acting like that? Put your thoughts into the universe and she gon' bring it right back. You so hard on yourself, mama, you don't need that. No, you your biggest critic, girl. Best believe that. Best believe that. Best believe that. Cause why? I needed to hear that. Am I overthinking will be the death for me? Am I pointless stressing won't be the remedy for my motivation that I feel I need? Ooh, I got pressure, she call me diamond on the weekdays. Got so much pressure, that's why this song be stuck on replay. And I got pressure, she call me diamond on the weekdays. Yeah, yeah, got so much pressure, that's why this song be stuck on replay. Now that's whack, I don't know how to act. A false reality that I seem to create it in my head to make me feel I'm not deserving of these things I do. And the only track you're vibing is a G-Part 2. And what's that? As a matter of fact, this is just a reminder that It so happens to be a rap kite. You're doing exactly what you wanna do. And now she flying to your state just to sing for you. And ooh, oh my, lost track of the time. Not enough reflection, too much again. Am I overthinking will be the death of me? Am I pointless stressing won't be the remedy for my motivation that I feel I need? Ooh, I got pressure. She call me diamond on a weekday. Ooh, she call me. Ooh, she call got so much pressure. That's why this song be stuck on replay. And I got pressure. She call me diamond on a weekdays. Yeah. Got so much pressure. That's why this song be stuck on replay.
Understand something.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
It's a hip hop and R&B flavor.
And don't get it twisted.
ATL's Next 100.
Welcome back, Atlanta. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to ATL Now, Next 100, Next 105. We're going to jump into our front row segment and talk some sports and entertainment. You ready, TroyElan?
I'm ready.
Let's kick it off with Atlanta Falcons. They have less than a month to get underneath the salary cap. Yeah, otherwise they'll be penalized. So every year, each team has a salary cap.
Okay, you know it's gonna ask.
Yeah. If they're over that, they can be fined.
Okay.
Right. So the Falcons are currently about $20 million over salary cap, and a part of that has to do they've actually lowered the salary cap because the whole pandemic thing. So people lost money. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say people, the NFL lost money.
Right.
And as a result of that, they lowered the salary cap as opposed to raised it.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for the pandemic, they would have been okay. But by them lowering it, now they're over it. So they're going to have to move some money around, and we may wind up losing a few more players to get some of those higher salaries off the books. We still have to have 53 men on the roster, but they're going to have to find somebody to fill those positions for cheaper prices. I just don't know who those other players are going to be.
Oh, so we have to get like less expensive players?
Yeah. Now it doesn't mean they won't be productive.
So we have to get knockoff players? That's what I'm hearing.
Not necessarily that. So for example, the NFL draft is coming up.
Right.
So if there was a player that we're paying a couple of $1 million that has not necessarily been producing for the team, well then you bring in a few rookies to fill that. Now you surround those rookies with veterans, and what you're banking on is if the player that was currently in that position wasn't producing, that, well, at least you got a promising rookie that can learn under the mentorship of a veteran and hopefully be able to fill that spot.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that because there's about 2 to 3 people behind each player.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if you put a rookie in, let's just say a receiver behind Julio. If you put a rookie behind Julio, it doesn't take away from Julio. But if the guy behind Julio wasn't necessarily performing or producing, then it doesn't hurt that the rookie is behind Julio learning from him.
Okay, so if this was purses, we've got Louis Vuitton on our team, but we can't afford to get Gucci too. So instead, we're going to invest in Telfar. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so that's like a newer brand.
Okay.
And we're going to hope that Telfar maybe comes up.
Yes.
To the same price level
as Louis
Vuitton.
Of course.
Okay. I just wanted to break that down for everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Great. Just the analogy.
Well, so that's where the Falcons are right now. And like I said, they're going to really have to make some of these moves. There's also been conversations surrounding, quarterbacks. Are we going to pick a quarterback? Are we going to move back in the draft? So the Falcons have some work to do. Right. And again, after the terrible season that we just had, with the new coach and the new GM in place, people are really, the expectations is that, hey, you guys, there's not a lot of room for error here. So as a fan, I'm just hoping that these guys make the right decisions as far as the salary cap and as far as, keeping players that are productive and moving some of the other players that are not necessarily as productive and putting some people in place that are more promising or that are just as productive or more productive for a fraction of that cost.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited. I mean, to me, like I said before, I'm fine with changes.
Yeah.
Changes seem promising rather than keeping things the same.
Right.
So I'm hopeful. We'll see.
Atlanta Hawks play the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight at 7 a.m. The Atlanta Hawks have won 2 of 3, right? Because for a minute there, they were just losing, right? And it was hard to watch. Like oftentimes in between around halftime, I'd probably just doze off, right? Or get into some other things, fold some clothes, wash some dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Not doze off.
But they've been playing exciting basketball as of late. I think Lloyd Pierce will be back for this game, so it'll be great to see him back. And I just look forward to the Atlanta Hawks continuing their winning ways, right? So we'll see tonight at 7 a.m. They'll play the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
The Atlanta Braves, they signed Jake Lamb. I haven't done a whole lot of research on Jake Lamb. However, Jake Lamb, at one point, they picked him up from the Diamondbacks, where he made the All-Star game in 2017. He had a season in which he hit 30 home runs, 30 doubles, with 105 RBIs. Now, he hasn't played that way the last couple of years. However, the Braves are hoping that he can get back to who he was in 2017.
Okay.
And they got him at a good price, right? And a lot of times a change of environment works. Right. So maybe it's just a change of environment that he needs. He's in Atlanta now. There's a lot of things to love about Atlanta. It's open.
Big open. Big open.
Yeah, so maybe he'll get the spark key that he needs and that he had in 2017, and he can bring that to the Atlanta Braves.
Right. Okay, we'll see.
Last for sports, there was a video showing Cam Newton hosting a football camp for young kids, because that's what he does. Right. Cam Newton is from the city. He's from the city. He's from Atlanta. Right. So he definitely makes sure that he creates camps for here and wherever he is to try to make sure he invests in the younger generation coming up behind us.
Right.
Well, he noticed that this young kid was kind of talking and kind of trying to, get attention. So he, asked the cameraman to zoom in on the kid. He was trying to have a conversation with the kid. And the kid got offended at some of the questions Cam Newton was asking him, and the kid got real disrespectful. He didn't curse, but he started talking about how he got traded and how he's washed up and all these things. And again, now remember, this kid is at his camp, at Cam Newton's camp. Cam Newton asked the guy after a while, after he told the kid, well, look, all the stuff you're saying is cool, but I'm rich.
Right.
Then he said, you know what? Where's your father? Where's your mama? Like, let me talk to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know.
You're a kid.
Yeah, you're a kid.
So, okay.
Well, that video went viral, and a lot of people were weighing in. And while many people was like, well, you know what? Cam Newton should have never really engaged in that type of a conversation with him. Like, once the kid started getting disrespectful. They said, but at the end of the day, and I'm not going to mention the kid's name, but it was more about how the kid he took for granted where he was. Right? He took for granted where he was and the things that he could learn. Right? And he used it as an opportunity to be rude and disrespectful, which I think is embarrassing for the parents.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens though with kids, you know? Like this, I remember those kids when I was in school who was like, why are you disrespectful for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, why are you just rude for no reason? And I think it's probably a learning lesson for kids, especially at whatever young, I don't know how old he was, but
I'm
whatever
not sure.
Young age, probably
17.
Yeah, somewhere in high school where you have to learn humility.
Yes.
Where you have to learn why you're respectful to people. So I think Cam Newton handled it the best way he could.
Me too. At that point, and because he's competitive too, he was like, "Hey,
exactly.
You trying to get to right? You trying to get to where I am, right? Like, you know I'm hosting this camp, right? But I think he did. He quickly realized, hey, this is just a kid. This is a kid. Hey, where your dad at? Let me talk to your dad.
Yeah,
let me talk to your mama.
He probably got in his feelings a little bit
I'm
about
sure.
whatever this kid was saying, because
sure.
if it was that disrespectful, sometimes you kind of buck up on some kids.
Well, and then
who say stuff.
And then I'm sure he got in his feelings about it because the camp was about him investing in young kids.
Right, and so he's
so
like, I don't want this disrespectful kid. I don't know why you came to my camp.
Right.
Like this,
yeah,
you had all this to say.
Right.
So yeah, it probably boiled his blood a little bit.
I'm pretty sure.
But I'm sure that he handled it the best way to say. At some point, he said, "I'm getting upset at a child."
Right. Where your daddy? Where your mama?
Let me not.
You know what? Let me just. Because his thing was, hey man, I was trying to have a conversation with the kid to basically show him that you can't be out here talking smack and hadn't done anything. So what he was trying to point out to the kid is, dude, you're trying to get attention, right? And you're on a team, and you got people on this team shining. You're not shining, you're not producing, you're not helping your team, right? So if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. The kid didn't really take that well and started trying to attack, Cam Newton's last few years in the league. But again, Cam Newton, high school, college, and NFL has done some exceptional things. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it just showed that the kid was just a little angry. He got a little frustrated. He was embarrassed, so he lashed out. Yeah. And it was embarrassing to parents, I'm sure. Now, this is the thing. The kid did later send out a tweet apologizing to Cam Newton, right?
This is what, you gotta chop this up to being like, all right, young kids. Yeah. Like, even if he was in high school, I would say, should have done a little bit better.
No, he was in high school.
Yeah. When you're that old, you gotta do a little bit better because your career is right there on the tail end of high school. So.
And other people are gonna see that video.
Right, and people are starting to pay attention. You don't realize that though until you get out of high school. So it's one of those things. He's gonna have to just chop that up to a learning lesson for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he will never forget it.
I'm sure he won't either.
And that's all it was.
The video is viral.
Oh yeah, he's gonna remember how to act from now on.
Well, that's all I have for sports. Who do you have for entertainment, TroyElan?
Okay, well, the next season of American Idol is back. Okay. I have been watching. I actually think this season is very tender because they're not exactly just accepting people, just on talent anymore. It's kind of like the heartfelt stories and the people are coming with all of these real life experiences. Okay. So they're kind of accepting the people and not just the voices. Okay. Which,
you okay with that?
Sometimes there were some people I watched and I was like, are y'all for real?
Right. Like, you got the ticket?
Right, I know he's cute and all.
That's why I stopped watching.
Has a fair enough.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all not really,
You're like, I could do that, really. I could walk in there right now.
Well, and you started to see talented people not get the opportunity. And I know it's just not about talent, it's also about personality and things like that. It's the whole
thing now.
But I thought the reason for the show was to take talented people and to help hone or pull those other things out of them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, you can tap, but you're not singing. They'll say, hey, man, you're going to Hollywood because you can tap. It's like, but what about the...
Because
this
is a singing show.
This is a singing show, yeah. So that's why I kind of stopped watching this show.
I think I'm on both sides. But good news is we have a contestant from Georgia who earned his ticket to Hollywood.
See, it ain't so.
And his name is Willie Spence.
Okay.
He's 21 years old. Uh-huh. He was the last performer of the night, and he sang Diamonds by Rihanna. And he got a yes from all three judges.
What did you think? Did you see the show?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him specifically.
So I didn't see the episode. However, I did go out and Google him. You watched his audition? Well, he got some YouTube videos out there where he did the Like a Diamond in one of the waiting areas, right? Mm-hmm. I checked that out. He got a voice.
That's what and then there's like the few still. There's still the few in these seasons where it's like, you do this.
You do
like,
it,
you
right.
do this. And you've been doing this.
If what he did in front of the judges was what he did on the YouTube video I saw, I would have gave him a golden ticket as well.
Yeah.
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 I'm just saying.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Another win for Georgia.
Another win.
I'd like to hear that.
We keep winning.
We do.
Yeah.
We stay winning.
What else you got for us?
So Donald Glover, who is a producer and star of Atlanta and a whole bunch of other things. He's also an artist, and we know Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Reportedly, he signed a 8-figure Amazon deal. So he made a lucrative deal that will score him tens of millions of dollars. And it was worth 8 figures. It's going to be other content that's going to be produced on Amazon Prime.
Okay. So he has a production deal.
Production deal. But the show Atlanta, the hit show, is going to stay on FX.
FX, okay. I can understand that.
Yeah, if it started.
Yeah. And then it's FX, a hit. It's a hit for FX.
It's a hit for FX. Yeah. It was produced by FX, so there's a certain style to it. I don't really want to see it cross change, you know, because I feel like when you change producers, then you watch the show and you're like, what is this? Like, this is a new vibe.
Yeah, and then so I think he's obligated for 3 and 4, season 3 and 4.
That's right.
After that, though, they may not do another show for Atlanta on FX because I'm pretty sure he's going to be super busy producing for Amazon.
I mean, I liked Atlanta, but I think 3 and 4 seasons is probably good enough.
Probably good.
I think honestly, we're producing so much content nowadays that it's kind of like, go ahead and cut it out. We're not doing 10-season shows anymore. There's very few of those happening.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, go ahead and cut it off at 4 and 5, and then we'll just go to the next story. Because I know y'all made 300 of them for us to watch last week.
Yeah, and so the thing is this. Older shows, they made those episodes. They made a ton of episodes. And you have to sift through them, you know, to find which ones you like the best. And also, too, on some of the shows, not all, some of the writing starts to slip. Once you start getting too deep into episodes, and people become disinterested, right?
The storyline gets predictable or boring. Yeah.
So, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting to see what else he produces.
He's talented, though.
So talented.
Very talented.
So creative. Like,
he has what? Like 2 comedy specials?
Yeah.
Music, acting.
Just the whole gamut of talent. And even Atlanta is such an interesting... I've never seen a show like Atlanta. It is the most interesting show.
Yeah.
In the style that it's written and what is he... Half time I watch those episodes, I'm like, what was this for? Like, what did it even mean?
And also to his vantage point, like his view of it.
But it is a perspective.
Yeah.
So it's great. So I'm excited to see what else he does. He's also going to be doing a new series of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay.
So it's going to be his reboot.
Okay.
And it's going to be an Amazon series. So that's going to be interesting, too.
I would be interested in watching that. And look, one quick thing to note, his brother also received a production deal or a writing deal.
Who's his brother?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know he has one. And his brother also benefited from it.
His brother's also writing.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's very good.
I love when talent just flows through.
And then you got people that you really care about. You know what I'm saying? That you trust and care about. That's on that ride with you. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exciting.
What else you got?
Well, it looks like, what is it? The Power book? Is this Power again? This show?
Well, they got several spinoffs. This is another spinoff, it looks like.
Another spinoff? Okay. Well, it says Force confirms Prison Break and Chicago PD stars joining the Tommy Egan spinoff. So there's going to be another spinoff of the show.
Yes.
There's going to be some more famous faces in there. Fleming is going to be playing a character called JP, a talented jazz musician whose world is thrown off its axis when he crosses paths with Tommy. Meanwhile, Cambrick will play D-Mac, who looks to Tommy as he hits a crossroads in his life that can completely upend his future. Now, this sounds very vague, but I also don't watch these shows.
Yeah, so I watched Power, and I'm watching the spinoffs.
Great.
And Tommy Egan was a very popular character on the show. He was Ghost's best friend.
Here you go.
And some of the talent that they're putting around Tommy for his spinoff is very good talent. So I'm interested to see how this season is going to pan out. You know, I definitely will watch. I've been watching. The writing is good.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, the writing is good.
Because I hate when the spinoffs are like bad, and you're like, okay, here y'all are really just trying to make money because
I go to sleep on bad spinoffs. I take naps.
And it's disappointing because sometimes when when the main show ends, you're like, oh, I can't wait to watch a spinoff. Then you start it and you're like, you got, you missed the mark.
Well, yeah, and you just realize it just seems like they threw money away.
Exactly.
Right. So to produce something like this that people are not really going to watch, like you've thrown money away. But based on Power itself, and then Ghost, which is the spinoff. Those shows are really good. Mary J. Blige she's in the spinoff with Ghost.
Right.
So he's been pulling talent from other great hit shows and adding them to these spinoffs, which I think is smart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not mad at the spinoff as long as it's good. So you'll have to let me know.
Will do.
How it goes.
But look, so if you get to the point where you start watching, you'll have a lot of content, and you can binge. You can binge.
I know it's just hard to get into shows like this. There's so much drama, and then you get addicted to it for a sec, and it's a whole event.
Yeah, you got it like an elephant.
Yeah.
You know the best way to eat an elephant, right?
Oh, here we go.
One bite at a time.
Okay.
One show at a time.
That makes sense.
One show at a time.
Okay. Yeah. I've not heard that metaphor either. But I'll take
I drop jewels.
An elephant.
I drop jewels.
Okay. Yeah. I get it.
One bite at a time.
It makes sense to me.
What else you got?
Real quick. So Serena Williams, she lost the semifinals of the Australian Open. To Naomi Osaka again. So this is the second time she's lost to Naomi Osaka. And so this time, they said it was a really good match. It's just, I think Serena she is the GOAT. She is the legend. Yeah. But she's also been doing this for
a long time.
And
she just had a kid.
Right. And so
now she's married.
And Naomi Osaka is 21? Like she's just she's new. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bright-eyed and bushy too.
Exactly. Yeah. So she lost, and then afterwards, there was a lot of speculation on whether she was considering retiring. Okay. And so it looks like she sort of left the conference room after them asking all these questions about retiring. And I completely understand that because she didn't go into this match expecting to lose. Right. But also she probably knows that she's getting older.
Well, she's getting older, and this is the thing. If in her heart she's not ready to retire, you don't want to keep fielding questions about retirement.
I'm sure
it's like I lost.
Exactly. She's been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But it's also a matter of like, okay, I don't want to take all of this in today. Yeah. Like I just lost. I've already been thinking about it. Can y'all get off my back?
Well, look, I've lost in the past.
Right. Exactly.
It's a match. I lost.
So now you're all in my face about retiring. Yeah. I'm stressed. Yeah. And it's also this is her whole life. So I can only imagine what it feels like to be like, this might be closer to the end of my run.
And I'm pretty sure she knows it's closer to the end. If it were me though, I still wouldn't, if I didn't say it, and she said it. She said, you guys would be the last to know if that's what I want
Straight. To. Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm with her. I understand.
I understand. I agree.
Well, look, we're going to take another quick break and play some music for you. We'll be right back. This is ATLNow, Next 100, Next 105. We'll be right back.
My descent, and here I'm far from home. I dwell within the land of spins, meant for many men, not my tone. let it drop down to my seat. Showers to your innocence to protect you for all eternity. And with this wood I beat this drum, we won't see defeat. Yeah. From kings to queens becomes a prince. Knowledge and wisdom is understanding what we need. And this day will come ever since the day you came. My whole world began to change. I knew then that there came my life for your own. And this day will come. Every day I see you grow. And remember what you already know. I receive the love that radiates from your glow. Yeah. From which you gave was love, and that's how it all should be. You and my soul are one. Through all the time in history, yeah.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. Next 100. ATL's Next 100. Poppin'.
Welcome back, Atlanta. You're listening to ATLNow Next 100, Next 105. We're going to transition to our Peach Tea segment. Talk bars and restaurants. Today we're going to highlight Cypress Street Pint and Plate. I actually had an opportunity to, hang out here this weekend.
Okay.
It was delicious. It's located in the heart of Midtown, Atlanta. It's a throwback to when drinks were always cool, the food was always hot, and the bar staff knew your name. Now, I haven't gone, often enough for them to recognize my name, but I think I left a good impression on the waitress.
I don't know if they really know your name.
No, they don't know my name.
They're just saying that.
Nah. Well, if you frequent the spot.
So if you go there like Cheers.
Yeah, they'll know your name.
Then they'll know your name.
Yeah, they would know mine, because I would normally spend more time at the bar.
Right, with the bartender,
yeah.
with the people.
Yeah, and I would start my rapport there.
That's where you have to start, really.
Yeah. You knock a few drinks back, and then I have some bartending training. So I would.
Of course you do.
Of
course you do. Why was I even?
I told you why
are you even surprised?
I like knowledge. I like knowledge. So I would, ask them for a certain drink that they may not know, and then I can walk them through how to make it for me. People remember things like that. You know what I'm saying?
J.Lewis has done everything.
Not everything, but
almost everything.
Yeah.
Almost everything.
It's a lot.
There's a lot to do.
Amazing world. Yes, it's an amazing world out here. So why not? Why not? So let me tell you what I had though.
Okay.
Well, I sat inside, right? But they do have inside and outside seating.
Great.
I think you would enjoy it. It's right on the corner. I've been there before this weekend. I've gone before, but it's been a long time. But we sat inside in the corner. It was about five of us.
Mm-hmm.
A few of us had too much drink, so some of us had to babysit. I was not on babysitting duty.
Good.
However, some of the others had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can enjoy my drink. I can also enjoy some chicken wings.
Okay.
pizza egg rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, quesadilla. And I had something called there was sweet potato. It was almost like let me figure out what it was. Sweet potato nachos. I know. I didn't order them. I let somebody else order them. You know my thing.
Yeah.
I let somebody else order them, but they were sweet potatoes cut into waffle fries.
Okay.
Drizzled with cheese, bacon bits, and a few other things.
Okay. I'm not against it anymore.
It wasn't terrible.
I originally was thinking like nachos with sweet potatoes on it.
No, I wouldn't have.
And I was like, that sounds, I don't know
I wouldn't have
about
had that.
it. The potato fries, I'm understanding.
The potato fries fried hard.
That's the sweet and salty chemistry, which I think actually sounds decent.
Everything came out hot.
As I said.
Yeah.
They said that.
The drinks had a little punch on them. I appreciate that. Okay. Then I also enjoyed the pulled chicken quesadilla. So we had a plate. So everybody ordered something different. The food is plentiful. Mm-hmm. And we all just kind of shared.
Shared it. Yeah.
We all kind of shared. They had the table spaced out on the inside, so you wasn't right up against the next person's table. Mm-hmm. So I felt a lot more safer doing that inside because it was a bit of a chill outside. Mm-hmm. Not everybody was dressed for the outside. Yeah. Right. But it was definitely a good time.
Okay.
So I just kind of wanted to highlight that spot.
I'm looking on here. They also have this donut and beer pairings.
They
did
do.
One night.
They do. They have a donut sandwich that I did not try. Yeah, they got a Krispy Kreme donut. They got a Krispy Kreme sandwich, and they also have Krispy Kreme and ice cream dessert. I didn't try either one of those. I probably wouldn't try the sandwich. I would probably try the dessert though.
I mean, I'm curious about this sandwich. Mm-hmm. What do you put in a donut sandwich?
So they probably cut the donut in half, I'm thinking, and do it kind of like a croissant. I'm just saying.
I appreciate the.
I didn't see it come past the table.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Or they could have crumbled up and mashed up the donut.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. It sounds different, and I appreciate the creativity. It seems like this place has.
You ought to try it.
Oh.
You'll pass?
I think I might pass,
you might pass
on that one.
Okay.
I'll look at it maybe. I'm not sure about a donut sandwich. But I appreciate it. It sounds exciting.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up the show. Just wanted to highlight ATL Zone real quick. An Atlanta investor and entrepreneur, Lonnie Johnson, partners on a $100 million project by Georgia State University. Developers say that the project will shine a spotlight on the historic Sweet Auburn district after years of being overlooked. So there's money being pumped in Georgia, HBCUs, whether it's Auburn Avenue, whether it's the Beltline. So I'm just overjoyed in the fact that businesses and other people are taking an interest in Atlanta, and this is just another one of those. So we appreciate Lonnie Johnson for partnering with Georgia State University.
Absolutely.
And putting $100 million in the Sweet Auburn district.
Yes.
So that's our show.
Just like that.
You got anything you want to say to Atlanta?
Atlanta, I'm going to keep you updated on my exercising. Mm-hmm. I hope you go outside today, get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
for
me.
Well, what she said, we love you, Atlanta. This is ATL Now, next 100, next 105. We see you tomorrow.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100.
Number one for hip hop and R&B. You know what I'm saying? All day, all night.